You guys do stuff all the time.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I think it's day 23, 24. I've lost track. It'll say in the comments. Back with my friend Nate. Working on some more movement, morning time, warm-ups for other activities. So a little more focus on the shoulders and legs. Let's dive in and see where we get. We're going to start with the wrists and the ankles. We've done these before, circling the interlaced fingers, forearms close together, while one foot circles around, rolling over the toes, not crushing them, but rolling over the toes, circling the ankle on the ground floor. Now this is a coordination challenge, so you can do just the wrists, then just the foot if you want. Switch directions. We'll do 30 seconds or so each direction, and then we will switch the interlace of the fingers and switch feet. We have a little bit of a naturalistic filming setting this morning. Very low tech, very real. So if you can't see what I'm doing because of the foliage obscuring my image, just watch Nate. He does all these great. He's a real pro. Mentioned him last time, his personal training practice and his ministry to help recent immigrants with furniture and whatnot. I'll include the links for him for his projects. He is a guy worth helping, doing good things worth supporting. Now we're going to swing the arms. We're discussing here the difference between these arm swings and some other arm swings that they do in, say, Krav Maga or more extreme athletic sports or practices. We're focusing on rotating the pelvis with anchored feet and keeping the arms loose. And we're just showing a couple different ways you can swing the arms so that we're percussing the body, but gently. We're not trying to beat or hurt the body.
Did we do this one last time? The one arm.
And then we bring our feet together. We do single arm swing overs, padding under the neck, top of the spine. Thinking to keep the head up and the elbow back. That makes the shoulder and armpit really have to open. That's where we all get closed down. One of the areas. Our elbow can't reach as high, as far behind us. We want to open that chest and the armpit without overarching the low back. Feels good. It wakes up all the little joints of the neck and upper spine. Let's just hike the knees up here, knees towards the armpits. We're waking up the big muscles of the shoulder girdle and now the hip girdle. So these two centers of locomotion, the shoulder girdle and hip girdle. Think of them as two units that play off of each other, affect each other. Now we're hiking the whole leg up straight-ish. Isolating individual muscles has pretty limited effect, except in post-surgical rehab. We want to coordinate all the body, all the muscles in a body region. So now we stretch the arms up, our usual fingers interlaced, arms overhead, taking the ribs side to side. There is a puppy dog behind me that wishes he was playing with us. So you'll see me talk back to him a couple times. He's not happy being so far away. We fold forward now, reach the palms towards the ground, shift side to side. One more time, opposite interlace of the fingers. Nate's shoulders are really open here. I would coach him to sink his tailbone a bit We're not doing a full back arch. We want to drop the tailbone, so extending the spine from top and bottom. Now folding here, taking the arms side to side. All right.
Residential housing?
Now we step out in a diagonal. We're going to arch the body sideways over the front leg. Extending the hands away from the back foot. Side bending the whole spine. Circle the arms back to the middle, step back, and switch legs. So doing this with people is excellent. It makes it more fun. You can get feedback for each other. Help use their eyes as a way of assessing your alignment and your
Some will like
what you're doing.
more on one side.
And also, we take ourselves out a bit of the
Plugged up
mental focus, the mental stillness, the breathing focus. So when you do it with other people, we want to still keep part of our mind, part of our awareness on the breathing in the waist, the internal sinking in the body, anchoring in the feet, meaning we're not getting totally stirred up into our left brain, our thinking brain, our frontal cortex. We still are circling the hips here. Our body awareness, our proprioception be as prominent as our thinking, talking, interacting brain. So still breathing.
occasionally.
Still sinking
Really just like
the energy and tension away from the shoulders and the head. Other direction, circling the hips.
I never drink too much. I might have a beer once or twice a week or something. Like, I drink
Kind of what I thought it was.
Now we're going to step out with one leg,
I had no opinion on them before.
bend that leg, arch over the body, extending that arm. So this is just that one exercise plucked from our normal wide-legged routine, sometimes called extended side angle. But we have the legs wide, and we are going to bend that front knee, reach the body over, hand extends away from the foot. You know what to do. Don't worry if you can't see every detail. Breathe, reaching, being stable in that bent leg. That bent leg is working hard. Now you may be far over with your ribs towards your knee, or you may only be a few degrees over. You may have to use a chair with your front hand to help support you. That's okay. No matter how big or small the motion, you can still get the same action. The external alignment, the internal action. You're doing good. Now we are sitting down with wide legs, sitting down towards one heel, taking the elbows and hands away towards the bent leg side, looking towards, back towards the straight leg with the head.
He has a really great book called
Breathing, just do the best you can. Minimal visual instruction today.
No way.
Fold forward now, the legs are still wide. Interlace your fingers behind your back and just draw them up and over your head. Feel how that kind of squeegees out the shoulder muscles, the upper back muscles. Let the head hang, let the arms hang. We're just doing a sort of standing, wide-legged, almost like a splits, and just folding forward. If that's too much for your back, then you put a chair there and you lean forward, let your arms support you on the chair. But a forward fold, folding from the waist with the legs wide. And now we're going to circle the knees. Using the groin muscles, the butt muscles to lift back to straight. Reverse direction. And then we're going to go straight up and down, taking the hips as low as possible, eyes stay forward.
Right.
Pressing the heels to come back up. Good.
Lee's son Noah, and Lee are like the father and son that look out.
Nate's really telling me about it here.
Have we done this last time?
Phoenix stretch. We're doing a little different variation today because Nate and I are about to go rock or climbing. We're warming up our shoulders more. So after our first standard Phoenix stretch, folding forward, hands behind the back, both sides using the breathing
Because we're climbing.
into the waist to lift up slightly and lower down. After we've done that a few breaths on each side, we go back to the first side.
Go back here. And then
Now the opposite hand of the front leg reaches down across that front leg and the back hand reaches up and over. Fingers drawn together.
it's called the chicken head.
This is the notorious chicken head. Yeah. Oh, reach those arms up. Nate's doing great here. He has great shoulder mobility. Switch sides. You can see my right arm is more mobile than my left. You'll notice a difference between the sides. Reaching that front hand down towards the shin or maybe towards the ground, the
And
back
it's not
hand
our
reaches up and
second
over.
waist thing, so
A little
it's
variation on our
real horse stance.
normal Phoenix stretch.
Traction, arms, spine.
We forgot one thing. Let's take our legs wide again, sit down into this sort of sumo squat, and we're going to put our palm down on the thighs and stretch our back long as we circle the spine forward in a big circle and back up to upright. Exhaling forward, reaching the crown of the head forward and all the way back to upright. So we're using our hands downward on our thighs to stretch our whole back long. Very good. All right.
Want to reach the arms up?
We're going to reach the arms up, stretch the whole body tall. All the muscles working at once, hands down to the belly. Thank you so much for being here. Do good today. You showed up. That's a great start to your day. Keep taking notes, maybe even write down what you noticed. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you then. Appreciate you. I'll give you a shout out.